So last weekend was a long weekend here where I live in North Queensland, and my wife and two girls and I, we went up to Cairns, a popular holiday destination you might have heard of. It's right near the Great Barrier Reef and the rainforest. And we went to a really nice restaurant. And at that restaurant, there were a few cool things that I noticed in their service tips and their business tips I thought I could share with you and relate them to how it could help you in your massage business and for any massage therapist. So that's what today's video is about. What massage therapists can learn from a top restaurant I visited. Okay, so the restaurant was called Bellocale Italian Seafood Restaurant. That was my little Italian accent because I am small part Italian. But it has 427 reviews on Google with an average 4.7 star rating, which is pretty good, like in the restaurant industry. They've been in business for quite a long time, and a lot of the reviews, they talk a lot about how good the service is, the atmosphere, the ambience, the food, all that stuff, right? But I want to talk about two main things, and that is the service. I'll give you some service tips and some business tips. Okay, so right off the bat, as soon as we walk in, the owner, I'm assuming the owner or the manager, very friendly, very personable. He sits us down, he asks our kids' names so he can talk to the kids and make them feel special too. And probably the biggest lesson out of that, like how important it is to say your client's name when you greet them throughout the interaction, even if they're a brand new customer, okay? Their name, someone's name is the most important word to them in the English language, okay? You greet them by their name, it makes them feel special. You say their name regularly. Worst thing you can do is forget someone's name. And especially if they're a new customer, you want to go over and above. And and just being friendly and personable. So I actually had to learn about all this stuff because I wasn't naturally friendly and as personable. I didn't have good communication skills growing up as a kid. So there's two books, I've read a few books on it, but the two main ones that helped me, you might have read them, but I just want to give two suggestions. One of them is How to Win Friends and Influence People. That's a classic, so I highly recommend that. And there's another one called How to Talk to Anyone. That book is written by Leal Lowndes, and I'll put the screenshots of those books up in the corner here so you can see them. But highly recommend them, especially if you are in any industry. I was going to say massage industry, but any industry, right? When you're in business, you're in the people business. I used to say this all the time to our personal trainers when we owned our gym. And we're not in the fitness industry, we're in the people industry, because business is literally just customers choosing to do business with you. And they do business with you if they feel like you care about them, if you make them feel good, just as much as if you deliver results for them. You have to deliver results, but people will often make a choice whether they come back to you, whether or not they actually feel like care about them, they feel good around you, you make them feel good. So learning service tips is so important. And especially in today's day and age, businesses are less focused on customer service. They're so busy. And I guarantee you, if you walk into a restaurant and you're made to feel special, I guarantee you will want to go back there just for the service. So I recommend making your customers feel special, learning how to do it, just smiling, talking about them, saying their name. These are just some really basics. I've got other videos on customer service. If you want to look in my channel after this video, you'll find them. But let's get onto the business tips. So right off the bat, everyone, when you go into a restaurant, sit there and read the menu, right? And you might put your drinks order in, and then they'll bring the drinks out and they'll come back and you'll put your food order in, right? Now, no one at the table, there was like 10 of us, no one ordered the Italian starters, right? The olives, the bread, tomato stuff on top. Like that's the basic Italian stuff, but no one at the table ordered it. So he walked up to me. He said, do you guys want to order some starters? I can't remember what he called it, but like the olives and the bread and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, sounds good. He said, like, should I bring out some of this? And that tip in itself, right? That's sales. Okay. A lot of people don't realize, but in business, you are a salesperson all the time. I just want to take a second to ask you for a small favor. If you're finding this video helpful, if you could just tap the like button underneath it, I'd be really grateful. That will tell the YouTube algorithm to share this video with more massage therapists around the world. And hopefully that will help them all earn more income, which is what they deserve. Thanks for helping. Okay, but sales is not a dirty word. Like what that owner of that restaurant did was sales. He sold that food to us, but it wasn't in a disingenuous way. It was in a way that was going to help him make more money. But we were all hungry. Like we were all really hungry, and he just offered it because We were there for food. We were there for an Italian experience, and he just offered it. And we took the offer, and it made the experience better. Okay, so that is sales. That is offering your clients things that will help them, will enhance their experience. And to transfer that to massage, a lot of people are scared to, or they don't even think to offer their clients extras and add-ons, right? So depending on what type of massage you do, there's going to be heaps. I've got another video on this on my channel about all the things you can add on depending on different types of massage. But right off the bat, if a customer walks in and you've got a gap after them, one of the easiest things you can do, you can say, hey, I've got you can do this on the table or before the appointment or whatever. You can say, hey, I got a bit of extra time after this session, a little bit of a gap. Do you want me to add an extra 20 minutes on while you're here? I guarantee 9 out of 10 people will say yes to that. Everyone loves massages. They're there because they love massages on your table. Everyone would, I don't know anyone who gets a massage that doesn't want it to go longer. Okay. So by just asking if they want it, they will take it most of the time. And that goes the same with any add-ons. That's the same with if you do hot stones, for example. It's like, hey, do you want to add on some hot stones? Hey, do you want me to add on a foot rub on at the end, or a neck and shoulder massage, 15-minute neck and shoulder massage on at the end for you? Do you want me to add on hot stones? Do you want me to add on, light some aromatherapy candles? Like whatever you think your customer will like, depending on what type of massage they're there for, just ask. I guarantee you, if you just ask, you will make more money and your customers will enjoy the experience more, because all your add-ons should make them feel better and enhance the experience. So just ask. Next business tip is he kept coming around asking if we want another drink. He didn't say it in a pushy way at all. It's just like whenever someone finished a drink, he's like, do you want me to get you another beer? Do you want me to get you another cocktail? And most of the time people said yes, and then if they didn't have to drive and all that. But, if he didn't ask, then there's a good chance a lot of those people wouldn't have ordered extra drink. But because we're all sitting around talking, catching up, we're having a good time, drinks help that in a situation, right? Drinks are social lubricant. Just by asking, people had more drinks, they were talking more, we got along more, it was more fun, and he made more money. That's the exact same thing I'm talking about with just asking if your customer wants more. It's the same as the garlic bread and olives example. So that's all I wanted to talk about. Those are the 4 key tips and things that I remembered from the trip that we could relate to your massage business. Ask their children's name. So relate that. You can say your customer's name at the start when you greet them with a big smile, make them feel welcome, say their name throughout the appointment, be friendly and personable. I gave you 2 examples of those books if you felt like you'd need to learn more about that. And the business tips. He asked if we wanted the starters, and then he asked every time we wanted a drink. So there are a lot of opportunities to implement just some basic stuff into your business. I hope this helps. If you want to check out some other videos, check out some of my other videos on my channel. There's heaps of tips and heaps of more in-depth stuff on this. If you like the video, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.